Hey, I popped on early. Folks, it's me, Nicola, here from Conscious Crypto Traders. I've just popped on a little bit early to have a little bit of time before everybody gets on board. We've got 1 minute to go. And as we go live, we have a little bit of a tumble going on in the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, which are the three coins we're going to do. Today's live stream is about the weekly candle and how important this weekly candle is. It closes in half an hour. I'm staying on to 1 or 2 minutes past the hour so we can see how the weekly candle closes and see where we're going to from there to set up trades for the week. And if that sounds interesting to you, would love for you to like the button click the like button. And for those of you new to our channel, we're a tutorial channel. We teach technical analysis, scenarios that affect the price of Bitcoin and other altcoins, as well as a mindset and psychology component to being a successful trader. And before we get started on the technical analysis for Bitcoin on the weekly candle, I just want to remind you that the early bird tickets are still on sale because our assistant hasn't changed over the new pricing. So you can still get the discount today, but as of tomorrow morning and Monday morning, when our assistant gets up and gets back to work, the price of the tickets go up. You want to go over to theconsciouscryptoevent.com/2021. The link is in the description. You want to go there now, click it, open up the browser, so that you can go back to it when we've finished the live stream and get your ticket. You'll see what it's all about. It's 3 days of training, advanced technical analysis, skill training. We're going to be doing quite a lot of price prediction and strategies, getting you ready for the super cycle, having the right coins, having the right strategies, and having the right mindset and the psychology, because that super cycle is going to make millionaires, multimillionaires, and billionaires. And if you're wanting to increase your wealth, then you're going to need to know how to do that. And this weekend is going to teach you how to do that with some of the top crypto traders in the industry and on YouTube. So you can check that out on the website. I've spoken a lot about it on our live stream, so I'm not going to go into too much detail today. I want to talk about the weekly candle. Why is the weekly candle for Bitcoin really important? Oh, hi, Ashton. Best teachers on YouTube. Oh, thank you so much. That's awesome. Is there a way to pay for the event in crypto? Ashton, PM us or just email us at admin@theconsciouscryptoevent.com, because we can sort something out there. Part of the reason why we don't have crypto on the website at the moment is because we are doing affiliate marketing, and we can't do affiliate marketing with crypto, but on individuals who ask us, we can absolutely do that for you. So weekly candle, here's why the weekly candle is so important, and that is, if you have a look at our downward, when we had this big dump and we've basically been doing lower lows, and now we've swung up and started to do higher lows, which is an indication that we were starting to get a trend reversal. But during this whole time, we have been trading within, let's say, around about 28,690, let's say, to the golden ratio at 41,775 approximately. We just went up, we wicked up above that yesterday, but we've been traveling within this really large range for 2 months, almost 2.5 months now. But we've been supported by the EMA ribbon on the weekly. So have a look at this EMA ribbon. We got supported at the bottom, and the last 2 weeks we were in danger territory, which is why there was a lot of FUD going on about we may go to lower prices, right? Because see, here's the bottom of the EMA, and we not only just wicked down here before, we actually had candles coming down, right below it. So last week particularly, it was like, looks like we're going to go down into those lower prices potentially, but we didn't. We reversed. A lot of people got liquidated. A lot of people got wrecked because they weren't watching our channel, because we said that we thought there was going to be an upswing in the market and a trend reversal. And instead, this week, we've got a candle for the week which has gone above the EMA, which is sitting at around about 39,458. So it's going to be interesting to see at the moment, as we're falling in price, will we fall back to the EMA top? Will we come under it? Are we going to go lower? We'll have to just wait and see how the candle closes out. We're going to be doing that live together. So the concept of being in this EMA has meant that we could still argue to a certain extent that while we were in a bear trend for a few months, as in prices were going down, we were doing lower highs and lower lows, we were still relatively bullish because we had not traded under the EMA ribbon on the weekly, right? So we were still maintaining some level of bullish structure. You'll see up here, all the weekly candles as we went up were above the EMA, and then we got supported by it. We did not get a clear candle break underneath. So that is a positive sign. So now today, are we going to close? Where are we going to close? And we're going to count that down, right? So we're watching this candle very, very closely. Ethereum on the weekly, see this nice W, which is a trend reversal. We've been calling out that W for a couple of weeks now, actually, because we saw that it was starting to form there. And if that W completes, we've got a confirmed trend reversal pattern there. We haven't got the confirmed breakout, but we've got the pattern there. So let me just turn off Ichimoku and put in the EMA ribbon. Here it is here. Similar for Ethereum. Ethereum, generally speaking, has been more bullish than Bitcoin this whole time. It hasn't even come down to the bottom of the EMA. It's being supported in it. This last week candle here, unless we come all the way back down to 2,164 and head down, we've basically had a clear breakout above the EMA ribbon, which is starting to look quite bullish. And we almost touched the golden ratio as well last night. So again, we still have bullish structure. So even though we're getting a bit of a pullback, we expected that because we've been going up and up and up and up without a retracement. So we are expecting a retracement and we're getting that. It's still looking pretty bullish, and those lower numbers that people have been talking about are getting really close to being completely taken off the table. Not 100% out of the woods yet, but looking like we are. For XRP, on the weekly, if we bring in the EMA, similar. Haven't traded below the EMA. We've been supported by it. The candle has wicked right to the top for this week, and we will see what happens here. Remember with XRP lags the market. So Bitcoin and Ethereum lead. And at the moment, Ethereum seems to be taking the lead more often and then Bitcoin catching up, whereas it was the reverse before we came down into this bear market. With XRP, it does lag. I mean, even when we get to the end of the bull run for Bitcoin and for Ethereum, XRP usually takes off for its last ascent. So that is a really important thing to note. So that's also, we're in this downward broadening wedge that we've broken out of, which is, while it's a bear trend inside the pattern, it's a bullish breakout pattern, breaks to the upside, and the target for that is 196, and we have broken above, and on the smaller time frames we've confirmed this breakout, although we could be confirming it some more. So before I go back and look at each coin on the 4 hour and on the 1 hour to see if there's any trades that could be set up when we close in 20 minutes, I want to show you, I did promise you that I was going to be doing the extended version of Saturn retrograde, the movement of price action for Bitcoin as Saturn has been retrograde, which is a thing in astrology where we get we get a movement in the stock market that matches the theme of the Saturn retrograde. Saturn retrograde rules finances, stock market, career, and what have you. And it's all about retarded speed when it goes retrograde. And that retarded speed can often just slow a lot of things down. And so this was 2020. This was last year's Saturn retrograde. Actually, let me bring that over here. And you can see that when we just started to enter the retrograde, a couple of days before we fell in price, traded sideways. I've said this so many times, so I'm not going to go over this so much, but we got tighter and tighter with the trades. Now, here's the most important thing. We then bottomed out, started swinging back up and shot up, created this Bart Simpson pattern. So we have been following this fractal to the letter so far, so much so that, look at this. Last year, the 10th of May was the day that, actually it was a few days before the 10th of May, it was the 8th of May, but on the 10th of May last year, we got a red candle and we fell. This is 2021. This is this year. The exact same thing happened on the exact same day. Then we go into Saturn retrograde, we trade pretty much sideways within a pretty big range, and then that range gets tighter and tighter. And then look at this green candle. On the 21st of July in 2020 last year, we had a trend reversal. We came down, 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 hit 21st of July, had a trend reversal. So this year, this green candle is the 21st of July. So last year, 21st of July, right there, 2020, we get a trend reversal to the upside and we start going up by 1, 2, 3, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, and on the 7th day, boom, we shot up. So what have we got here? We've got the trend reversal on the exact same day, but we've got a few more days. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days. And we have not seen the shoot up. We've not seen the Bart Simpson. And I've been predicting that if we're following last year exactly, then that Bart Simpson could happen tonight or tomorrow. Or if it doesn't happen tonight, tomorrow, or Tuesday, we're probably looking at next week, next Saturday, next Sunday or Monday. So be aware of that, because what if we do this and we come up here, I'm thinking we might be trading between 57,000 and 65,000 which is almost the top of the market. We could go into price discovery, but I'm thinking that we've got at least another month or two here. Now, last year, remember when we came out of Saturn retrograde, we started trading sideways a little bit for a week after, and then we shot up and we went into the bull run. So this year, 2021, that would take us to the 21st of October. Somewhere between the 10th and the 21st of October is when we could go back into price discovery and go up into that super cycle that we have been talking about. And that's one of the reasons why we've put the dates for the Conscious Crypto event on the 15th, 16th, and 17th of October, because we're getting you ready for that event. And we're going to be talking a lot more about it and what to look out for and how to set your trades up. So make sure that you do get those tickets for the event today. So if we are following last year, we can expect a sudden, huge daily candle to the top, and then trading sideways within a range of maybe 10,000 again. I think, what did I put it at? Between 57,000, 65. Now, I might be wrong, and I'm happy to be wrong. This is all speculation. And we don't trade on speculation, and we don't trade on prediction. We trade on price action and use all of the indicators to help us with the direction and the trade setups. But what I find really interesting with this is this Saturn retrograde dump here came as a surprise to a lot of people, and they didn't think that it was going to go as low as it was. So we hadn't started our channel at that stage, but we had been watching this and we were expecting a really big dump. And a friend of ours yesterday actually reminded us that a lot of people in the finance industry have this saying, sell in May and go away. So if you'd have sold all of your coins in May and went away, right, you probably wouldn't have lost a lot of money as people lost trading this. Cool. Oh, good. Ashton is saying Bitcoin also tends to get its highs around the new moon and dip on the full moons. New moon is on the 8th of this month. Well, that's confluence, isn't it? So that's confluence that we could be shooting up here somewhere in this next week. So let's go down into the 1 hour and see if there are any trade setups that we can look at for this moment. Personally, I don't trade before the 6 o'clock, before the weekly candle closes, the daily candle and the weekly candle closes top of this hour, which is midnight UTC time. And the reason I don't do that is because when the Asian market starts coming on and we've got the candle close, there is usually some kind of a flurry, often in the opposite direction from price action. So in this instance, we've just come down. Actually, let me go to the 4 hour. We've just come down. We've found, oh, look at that. And I warned everybody yesterday about this, right? This looked like a bull flag, right? Right here. We thought, oh, this is a bull flag. And it was going on a little bit too long for my liking. And last night on the live stream, I said, be careful, because if this starts going across too far for too long, it goes beyond the bull flag and it looks more like a little bit of a Bart Simpson, even though this is a bit of a skinny Bart Simpson. And we could go down to 38,660. Quite possibly. If we break this line here that I've got there, which is the top of this is the top of the EMA ribbon on the weekly that we looked at, and we just wicked slightly below it, got rejected and came back up. But if we do break that, it is possible that we could go down to a little bit lower, maybe down 38,500. Is it possible for us to go all the way back down to 34,683 or 35,806? It is possible. However, look at this. We still have a higher low. We haven't broken the bullish structure on the 4 hour or on the 1 hour, right? And if I just show you a screenshot that I took of, here it is here, of Bitcoin earlier, we have this yellow line here going down and then a yellow line coming here. This is an ascending triangle or a descending triangle, excuse me, which usually breaks to the downside. In this case, it's broken to the upside and it's fulfilled, it's almost fulfilled itself. So this could also be a downward broadening wedge, which is more than likely the case simply because we do have, it is going down, like lower lows here. But because of this, see this pink line here, I've drawn it across here. I just drew that to go, well, we haven't really been trading below this. So this could be a descending triangle, breaks to the downside, didn't, broke to the upside. So more likely a descending narrowing wedge. And I know Carl from the Moon has been looking at this as a descending narrowing wedge. But we've come out of this, boom, in a W pattern, and it's a big W on the 4 hour, on the daily and on the weekly, which is a really big indication of a trend reversal. Not only that, the bottom of the W is higher than the beginning of the W, which indicates we are going in the opposite direction. So this correction that we've got right now is just a retracement because look, we've been going up, 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 up without any kind of a retracement at all, which is not a really good foundation for the next leg of our journey. So we've got look at all of these here. These are all the targets. Let's go through them one by one. The descending triangle or the narrowing wedge target, write this down, 49,528. We're almost halfway, just over halfway there, right? So that's that target there. This potential bull flag I've got here has just been invalidated. So this 44.928, you can note it, but that's been invalidated on the 1 hour with this dip that we've just had. It could be a different pattern altogether. So ignore that. And then the bigger bull flag, like this big bull flag here, which is the W, and then we could be coming over here, and this could actually be a descending channel, which would be the flag. We don't know what the exact target is going to be because it's going to be dependent on where the breakout happens. But at the moment, we're looking at around about 51,000 to 51,700. Then the W is 53,343. So this is really bullish, really bullish. Let's look at our Ichimoku cloud and have a look at where we're at. On the 4 hourly, we are above green with green in front of us, which means we've got flow. And as I said, we still could come down a little bit lower, but I've drawn this ascending wedge here on the 4 hourly, and I think it's a descending on the 1 hourly, so it's a contradiction. But let's look at that. And look, what's happened is that we just touched it. We came down, we touched it, we got rejected. So the next hour candle, if it's a green one heading up, and then the next is a green one, that's kind of like validating that this is an upward channel, which does break to the downside more often than it breaks to the upside, and that target would be 36,356. So we still could come down a little bit more if we don't get that green candle to head back up in this direction. And then we've got the smaller bull flag here, which we've just fallen out of and got invalidated, and that's more like a Bart Simpson almost. CME gap close. Yes, I'm going to get to the CME gap in a minute. Really, really, really awesome observation, which means the CME gap is above us, right? So let me get to that first. So I just want to put in the EMA and take for EMA. Whoopsie, where am I? That's the EMA ribbon. There we go. For EMA, let's take the EMA ribbon out. And we're still blue, green, yellow, red, which is stacked on top of each other in a bullish pattern. But we've got the blue crossing the green. So we need to see a reversal on that. Otherwise, we may, as I said, have a little bit of downward price action when we hit the hour. So we're just waiting to see what direction are we going to go. Looking bullish, looking like we could turn up, but we could just come down a little bit more, in which case that's not enough for a short unless you've got high leverage, know what you're doing and you're scalping. It's better to save your capital and get ready for a really good long. And then let's have a look at the 1 hour. And you will see that the 4 EMA is reversing. We've got blue, green, red, yellow. So if that red crosses the yellow to the top, so then we've got red, yellow, green, blue, that's an indication that we are going to continue to have a little bit more downward price action. So that indicator, for those of you who haven't got this set up yet, is this one here, 4 EMA at Philiconing. So let's have a look at the CME. We have a gap that we never filled down here at 34,250 down to 32,965. So it is possible we could come back down and test that. And we shall see what's going on there. Let me go into the 4 hourly. It's not there. I think we need to go to the hourly for the CMA gap. It's not really going to be confirmed for another day, but basically the CME closed here at 48,885, approximately there, and it opened at 40255. So that essentially is going to create a gap which means that we are trading underneath the gap, which means that we could see upward price action tonight. If not tonight, sometime by Wednesday. And everything is showing that we're heading upwards anyway. So the CME gap closes on Friday and opens on Sunday afternoon in US time frames, right? So because we haven't had 4 hours, 4, 5, 6, it's only been 2 hours since it opened. It's not as clear on the chart yet. Usually you want to see a daily candle to to get the exact, but I go down into the 1 hourly to see where it opened, because sometimes the CME gap closes on the Sunday. So how are we doing for time? 5 minutes to go, and then we're going to print our weekly. So let's have a look at Ethereum quickly before we get our close. Ethereum has broken out of the W. This is the line here. See this yellow line here? We broke out. We've come back down. It's possible that we could come back down to 2442, bounce off of here to confirm this breakout. And then if you're looking to long, you can take the risk at entering along on the top of the green candle as we go up. But I got a sense that something's going to happen today, because this is a very significant weekly candle. Or you could wait till we get above the golden ratio, because what could happen is that we come down, come up, bounce off of this, get rejected, come back down, and then trade sideways and get rejected a little bit more, in which case you're paying fees to hold a trade open. So this is up to you in terms of your trading style. For me, I will probably break the bounce. I will trade the bounce back up to the upside, and then watch for any resistance here and get out. But let's have if it looks like it's going to retrace. Let's have a look at this W, and the also got a triangle here, and our targets for this breakout, which has actually happened, and now we're in the process of confirming it. The first target is 2974 for the smaller pattern, and then for which is the W, and then this bigger pattern, this triangle here, which is a measurement from the top to where it touches the line at the bottom, and then we put it where the breakout is, which is this candle here, and that takes us to 3,257. So that's what we've got going on for Ethereum. Let's go and have a look at the 4 hour and see if we've got any bearish or bullish divergences. We did have a bearish divergence here, and it looks like that's just played out. And now we're following the lines pretty good on the 4 hourly. Let's look on the daily, and then we'll bring in the Ichimoku cloud. And looks like we're following, not the daily, excuse me, the 1 hourly. 3 minutes to go. Yeah, it looks like we've just come back to confirm this dangerously being supported here in the EMA ribbon, but dangerously looking like we still could come back down and retest this line here, 2,446. If we do break below, we could go to the 100 EMA, which is moving average rather, which is 2351, and we could touch base on the J level at 2238. Could also go to 2040, which was last week's CME gap for Ethereum. So that is something to watch out for. We're going to see it live as we close. So let me just get back to the weekly so we can come back and see what happens with the weekly candle. Same for Bitcoin. Yeah, here's my weekly. And we want the EMA ribbon in there. Cool. Right, now XRP. What's going on with XRP? Looking bullish, I think. XRP is really ready to get out of the doldrums. We might get a breakthrough in the SEC lawsuit this week. Lots of speculation going on, so we could actually see a spike in the price tonight. If not tonight, it'll be probably when the UK market opens or the New York market opens on the Monday. But we're creating higher lows, right? We're creating higher lows. 1 more minute to go for the weekly. I'm going to have to come back to XRP. We are already in a breakout, right? When we go back to the weekly, if we consider this pattern here as the breakout, as I said before, the top of the wedge is $1.95, and oops, there we go, the weekly, and that is our target for XRP. Okay, Bitcoin created a weekly candle bottom so far above the EMA ribbon. Right, and it's red at the moment, so let's see what happens. But that is, in my opinion, that's more bullish than bearish. That is a really good sign. We've got that CME gap above us. So we could go up to here tonight, 41,836. Definitely we want a breakout when the UK market comes on or the New York market comes on rather than the Chinese market tonight. But we do get volume coming in within the next 2 hours. So let's watch that. But it has closed above the EMA, which means we're trading a clear bottom at this moment above the EMA on the weekly for Bitcoin, which is another indication that we're heading back into bullish territory. So this week could be a really good trading week, especially Monday, Tuesday. So then Ethereum, oh, I thought I switched over to the weekly. Has been trading above anyway. So that's just a continuation of bullishness, right? And then XRP is lagging behind because it's still in the EMA ribbon, right? So let's have a look at trade setups, and then I'm off for the evening, and I'll see you tomorrow at our usual time, 11:30 Central Standard Time in the morning. Yesterday's monthly candle close you want to have a look at, and then today we did the different times because we wanted to be here for the candle close. So if we want to do a trade, we want to come down into the 1 hour to have a look at what we've got going on. And I would be waiting to see what happens with this candle. If this candle closes green and the next candle opens green, that is when I would put in a long. And as I've said before, over the last few days, I'm not shorting this market because a lot of the shorts have not been reaching their target. Even this one, this Bart Simpson, never reached its target. It still could, but it's trading off of this line here. So what we want to look for is a green hourly candle, and then on the second green hourly candle closing above the first one with the Ichimoku cloud looking green ahead of us. The blue conversion line above the red baseline, and this lagging span above the green, and that tells us that we are looking pretty bullish. The RSI is starting to look a bit oversold, so it's already started to turn around. So it looks like within the next hour we could see upward price action coming back up. And as I had said before on the 1 hourly, I think I said before that this might be sloping down, and I was wrong. It's sloping up, upward channel, and these upward channels can go on and on and on for days and weeks before breaking. So if we get a correction on Tuesday, we could only come back down here to maybe 34,650 or to 36,428. or not. We just might not come back down to this level again, but just put those numbers down. So if you start seeing it falling, you can get ready to long, when we hit the bottom and then we bounce back up it. But that's what I'm waiting for on Bitcoin, to long this. And remember, we do have big targets for Bitcoin. Here are all of your targets. Screenshot that. The first one is going to be 49,528, which is the triangle that we've been in for 2.5 months. We're probably going to get maybe a bit of a retracement to continue to the W, because if we clear above 42,050, we get above this red candle here, and we've got momentum, we've got volume, the Ichimoku cloud's green, then this W breakout is confirmed, and we're going to 53,343. So you might want to let that ride. What have we got going on here? Yes. Sorry, I'm just, if anybody's interested in paying in crypto, it's admin at the consciouscryptoevent.com. That's it there. And let us know how you came to know about us, like if you've come from a group or you've come from one of the speakers, just so that we know if you're one of our community on the channel or somebody else's community. That would be helpful. Thank you. Cool. So that's that. Ethereum on the 1 hour, I would bet, is more bullish than Bitcoin. And yes, it is. So here's the deal for the long on Ethereum. We need to get back up over this line here at 2,610 and have a clear bottom green candle there heading in the upward direction. This is breaking out of the W pattern. This is the neckline here. I have to come back out onto the bigger time frame so you can see it. Right, here's our W, right? And we kind of faked out. So we need a breakout, a clear breakout, and then a retest. And then as we come up above 2,698, that's usually where we would put in a long. However, what I was saying is we could immediately hit resistance with the golden ratio at 2,743. So you could ride it up to there, take a bit of profit out, let it retrace, come back in and go above this line here, or just be a little bit more conservative and wait till we get above this golden ratio, because this is a big trade. This is taking us all the way up to where are my targets? I mentioned them before, right? 3257 and 2974. So 2974 is the smaller W pattern, and the 3257 is the triangle pattern. So there's no rush, right? It's better to get this pattern right, and get a really good entry. And for those of you who know, I usually use the Ichimoku cloud for a good entry. I'll come down into the 1 minute, so that if I'm getting in, I want to see nothing but green and an incline ahead of me to enter along, so I know that I'm not going to go down and end up having the trade in the red. So you see we're in the red, so it's just, we're biding our time to wait for a good entrance. So then what you want to do, guys, if you haven't got this Cracking Cryptocurrency Ichimoku, look up this guy's channel, by the way, Cracking Cryptocurrency. Really, really good trading strategies using the Ichimoku cloud. So that's it for Ethereum. And then just to finish off with XRP, we've got $1.94 as the ultimate target. And let's have a look at where we are. Yeah, I want to see another green candle above here, similar to Bitcoin, right? I want to know that this was a bounce, and then I would ride this up to the ultimate target, maybe taking some profit along the way. So I'm going to bring in Ichimoku. Oh, look at this, guys, down the bottom here on the 1 hour. See the CM Williams VIX Fix indicator, 1, 2, 3 green candles. That is an indication that we are going bullish. So whenever I see these green candles, I tend to just jump in. So I'll probably wait till this candle closes and then maybe jump in because usually it may come down a little bit, but usually we come down maybe 1-2%, and then it swings up, and can go up quite volatile when you see this CME, this Williams fix. Awesome. So that we've got our target. I mean, the first take profit's probably 83 to 85 cents, but and we've got smaller patterns playing out here, but I would be going for the big one. I'd be going for $1.94, especially because I think Monday or Tuesday, got goosebumps when I said this, Monday or Tuesday, I think we're going to hear something that is like buy the rumor, sell the news about the SEC lawsuit. So everybody's going to go, screeching up. And then we could see a screech down as well, but you want to ride that wave. So I would be, for me personally, I would be leaving this trade open till $1.94, and then let's see if I leave it open even more once it goes above $1.94. Because remember, with XRP, we did not, in the last altcoin season, we did not reach the all-time high of the previous bull market at $3.50. We fell short at $2.20, I think it was. So we have a long ways to go. And if those of you who watched me on the monthly candle yesterday, when I was showing the cup and handles pattern from the bear market through to the bull market, or in this instance for XRP, last bull market in 2018, I think it was, it's 2017. Sorry, that was, yeah. This is a cup and handles, perfect. Boom, boom, target $4. Right, so we've got some nice big targets coming up for XRP, $3. And one of the things that I like to do is take profit along the way and then add to the trade on the retracements if I'm having up here, if I've got a really big target, because that way I can take profits out and cover the fees. Right, and then you're creating some kind of compounding effect as well. Hey, so thanks guys for all your comments. That's awesome. We've got way more people watching than liking. Really appreciate the energy back. We put a lot of energy out. It's nice to get your energy back when you comment and when you like. Then we can just keep feeling excited about getting on live with you. We upload tutorials every day, 5 days a week during the working week. And they're tutorials on technical analysis, chart reading, mindset, scenario trading strategies. And we do our live streams at the moment. For the next week, we're still doing daily until we've gotten out of this trend back into the bull run, and then we'll go back down to maybe 2-3 times a week. And love your comments if you're interested in us going live more often, because before we started the dailies, we were only going live once a week for a big overall weekly market look. But for those of you who are day traders, if you're really interested in us going live daily, or certainly more frequently, we would appreciate you letting us know that. So bullish with a little bit of a retracement in the short term is the bottom line. So until we meet again tomorrow at 11:30 Central Standard Time, which is Mountain Time here in the US, trade consciously. Bye-bye.